Someone asked me in one of my videos to shed more light on how to deal with API failures in a microservices system. A user places an order. The order service calls the payment service. The payment service might call another service for fraud check. That's a normal flow until something fails. The payment API times out or returns an error. At that point, the failure is not the real problem. Failures will happen. What matters is what your system does next. Depending on the design, the order may already be created before payment is confirmed. So you can end up with an order without a successful payment. Now your data doesn't reflect reality. Or the system retries without control, and the same payments get processed more than once. You've probably experienced that shopping online. In other words, you're dealing with duplicate charges. Sometimes the failure isn't even obvious. So if you're building or reviewing systems like this, these are the things you should be looking for. If you're a developer, are retries controlled or can they run endlessly? Is idempotency in place to prevent duplicate transactions? If you're a business analyst, is the process clear when payment fails? Does the order move to a defined state like pending, failed, or cancelled? Or does it just sit there with no clear meaning? If you're in risk or governance, can you trace what happened from the initial request to the final outcome? Can you show how the system handled the failure? Because this is where system gets challenged. If you're a tester or a QA, are you verifying negative scenario where payment fails and what happens subsequently? Not only verifying the happy part when something works, but when something fails. There's also deployment and infrastructure changes. One system gets updated or deployed while another isn't compatible. Everything looks fine until requests start failing. That's where version mismatch becomes a real issue. So this is bigger than APIs. It's about how failure is handled across the system. In microservices, failure is expected. What matters is whether your system can handle it and explain it. I hope this helps someone out there. Have a good one.